Christopher, you went through it, so why don't you tell us kind of what benefits that it's given you, and like what changes you've seen in your life from it?
Okay. Let's see.
Did you write something down?
No, I'll say something. It's a little hard to describe these things for me, but let me just say that it's a completely different life. I mean, it's a really different life, and it's a very joyful life, and it functions in a different way. I can also maybe describe it by what's not there, and maybe all sorts of regular negative things aren't there, but also there's a certain thing that was there that is gone. And I noticed this in me, I described this to friends, and there's a certain kind of willpower that's just gone. It's like it's not necessary. It's not. It doesn't happen. I don't have to pull myself up by my bootstraps. Mm-hmm. And yet at the same time, I have much more energy than I did before. I'm much healthier. There's all sorts of, good things going on. But I guess the thing that I noticed the most is an incredible joyfulness that is pretty much constant.
Cool. Cool.
Okay. Does Magic Pill now involve any dangerous activity? Does it have any side effects?
It's completely safe. I cannot even, my fundamental goal is to make sure it's safe and you get only what you want. And fundamentally, even if you put something on the list that I see using my abilities that it will affect you badly, I will let you know about it and we will discuss it so you fully understand that, when you ask for this, it is for your higher good. And that's the reason we, in the beginning of the session, we work only on the list that you give me. And Christopher can actually confirm that.
Part of the problem with answering your question is I don't remember a lot about that session. I mean, I remember a few points in it, and the rest of it is just a blur. I don't know if that's because I was concentrating
or thing. Because you will not be. You see, here's the thing: the beauty of Magic Pill. At the end of the Magic Pill, you will be so changed completely that it will be shock to you that you were someone else, isn't it, Christopher? Literally, completely, like it was some kind of dream. You cannot even go back to that life, to experience that fear, to experience that negativity, to experience that whatever.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
So,
but it makes it difficult for me to answer your question. And I remember working on the list at the beginning of the session. It was difficult. I mean, it was really hard. And we worked on it, and there were clarifications of it. I don't remember if there were changes in it. I know there were clarifications of the list, and I do remember at one point I was talking about something because I think you were saying, is there anything else or something like that? And I just sort of made up something. And, I mean, it sounded reasonable. It was like your psychic question. And then his, bullshit flag went up immediately and in very quick terms, and then I could see immediately that, this was just nonsense that I was talking, that there was no real truth in it or no.
Well, here's the thing. To finish the question in terms of it's safe. I guarantee it's safe, that you will only benefit, and what you will have will actually be for your highest benefit possible. I will make sure, not only you will create the list, and I will be working through the list only. I'm already kind of limited. I cannot just give you what I think you want. So first part of the session, we will go through the list to make sure that it's clear for you and it's clear for me what you want, and and this is what you honestly really want, and it will benefit you. Is there anything you want to add to this?
No, I can't imagine any negative effects.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question for
And in
Christopher.
terms of negative side effects, that's the question. There are tons of side effects, but all of them are positive. Literally. All of them are positive, and pretty much it's not even a side effect, it's more like a present.
Nice.
I have a question for Christopher. What about now? Do you still feel the effects, or is things still positive for you? How are you? How many months has it been? What, 2 or 3 or 4 now, or something like that?
Getting 2.5 to 3. Yeah, yeah. It does not. It does not wear off.
I'm sorry, I was wondering what the average length of time of a session was, and how much time, for example, that you'd spent with Christopher.
Oh, yeah, Christopher answered that about your
I have no idea what the average time is. I think we spent close to 4 hours.
Really?
I may have been a tough case.
Yeah, and it varies. And it depends also on my abilities. You see, usually it's around 2 hours. But first cases, for example, the very bottom testimonial, with the person talks from Australia, talks about, the chronic depression. It took me 2 sessions, but he was one of the first cases when I was didn't fully understand what I'm doing at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of these videos were still testing. It cannot be compared to my abilities right now, how I would do it, and the last testimonials that I did it. Well, right now, if I do it, it's dramatically even more powerful than the last one. And Christopher could be in the middle. What you see, it doesn't really matter, because it's all about the result. It's not like I will do the session and you paid for 2 hours and that's it and goodbye. It doesn't matter how much time it will take for me. It's all about the result and fulfilling the list. And there are situations when a person so down, so in such a pain, life is such a torture, that it actually requires dramatically more effort on my side to figure everything out. Because you see, it's not about really doing something, it's me figuring out, literally, non-stop. That's pretty much the instructor's work will be. Pretty much, I can't explain it, but it will take a lot of time. But it doesn't matter on your part as a victim of magic pill. You don't need to worry about it at all, because I will stay with you until you have the result.